Alright, so good day, ladies and gents. Welcome once again to my channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today we'll be treating assembly drawing. Alright, basically, what this whole topic is about is the manual or a piece of information the producer packs with his product that gets to the user. Now, the user is meant to decipher or interpret this information in order to be able to properly arrange the uh, product and use it in the best way possible. So, without much talk, let's get down into it. Now, this is a question we would be looking at. This question is, well, the components of a lever assembly are shown in the attached image file. Now, this is what we have. Now, this assembly consists of a lever, a, a, a lever, this is this one, this is system. Now, a bush bearing, all right, a ball pin tapper, this is a ball pin tapper pinned, and a plain washer, this is a washer, and an M20 nut, this one right here. Now we are to draw in first angle projection the following views of the full assembly. First angle projection. Now remember, first angle projection, you have your front view, you have your side view by the side, then you have at the bottom here you have your plan, or we say top view. Alright, now we're to draw in first angle projection the following views in full assembly. The first one, we're to draw a sectional end view, alright, on the cutting plane AA. Now this means we have to divide this part AA. Now see this direction here, these arrows here, what they are just meant for is to show that we are viewing this after cutting them, we are viewing this drawing from this part. Alright, so we're looking like from down up. Now we're to a sectional view, a sectional end view on the cutting plane AA without sectioning the ball ended tapper pin. Now the plane washer and the M20. So we are not to section this while dividing this into two. We are not to touch this at all. This section, we're not to touch it at all. Now that's the question. Now the first thing we have to do, we have to do first is we have to draw the first angle projection. Now let's go and quickly do that. Now in doing that, we know we would need lines. Let's make this 300. Good. Oops, sorry. We know we're going to need lines. Let's make this 300 like we initially wanted to do. Sorry, my mouse is acting up today. Probably the mouse is protesting. Now the best thing to do now is to just offset this. Let's offset this. And if I'm going to offset it, I'll just offset it by 5. Good, I even have it there. I'll offset it by 5. Alright, I'll offset it by 5 to the left. I also offset it by 5 to the right. Then I would trace this. Alright, trace this to the middle. Now how do I know where I've gotten to the midpoint? Because I have my cursor on, my midpoint cursor on is here. Alright, this, I have it on. So basically what happens is I come here, I come to any line, and it helps me locate the midpoint. Now what I used was 300, so half of 300 is 150. 150 here. Enter. Then I click this same line and extend it by 150. Also extend this line, so by what? By 150. Just extend it. Good. So it's got the total length is what? 300. Then I offset this line. Then I offset it by 5 up, and I offset it by 5 down. Good. So I have this as my own drawing. Now for for first angle drawings, we have our front view here. Let me drag this F here so that we'll know this is where our front view is. And for our side view, that's going to be here. Good. So our top or plan view is going to be in this section. It's going to be here in this section. All right, good. So we know. Let's look at this question again. Now, looking at this question from this, we would say our front view will be coming from this part. We'll be looking at it from this part. All right. Similarly, we are looking at it from here. Now, if we are looking at it from this part, the first part of this drawing we'll see of this tool that we're going to see is this part. Let's call this one section A. Let's call this section B. All right. Section A, section B. Good. Now, this is our section A. Now, section A has a length here of um, 50 millimeter, which is a circular diameter, then a height of what, 37. But we can actually draw that first. The reason being that we have an extension here of this one, this part here. We have it as an extension of 28 down here. So that 28 is actually going to affect this one in height. Now, how do we get hold of that? My best option, or my best advice will be, instead of looking at it from here, from this bigger one, all right, why don't we start from here then? All right. Now, starting from here will help us eliminate out the issue of this what, of this this extension. Or better still, we can do this. Let's do it together so we can run through it. Good. Better still, we know it has an height of what, 37, and a length of 50. We can then do this. We can come here and say we'll start our, instead of picking the point from here, we can pick the point from here. Let's say here. Let's pick the point from here. From here. Yes, good. Let's pick the point from here. All right. Good. Now we're picking it from here. After drawing that line, remember it is 50. So just come and click on the edge here. Tab. Press tab. Then this 76 points. So just change it to 50. You have what you need. All right. Good. Now, because what we are going to draw is what is in our front, or let's just continue with it. Let me just show you what I need to do. So, and the height, remember what the height is again. The height is 37. All right, 37 millimeter. Good. So we go by 37. Good. Then remember it is what, 50, then by 37 again. Now, the reason why we are drawing it on that part is not to make a double line. Instead, we have this. So you're going to pick this, we're going to pick this, we're going to pick this line and this line, and we're going to thicken it. All right, we're going to go to line width. We're going to thicken it. Now we can use, this is 0.7. all right. Now the reason why we are taking this is because that's what you will see. All right. The other ones that we're going to draw after this, we're not going to thicken them. The reason why is because we assume they are behind the main section. Remember, we have section A, this is our section A, and these are section what? These are section B. Good. So let's continue with this. So after this one, we have another an inner diameter here. The inner diameter of what, 30, an inner circle of diameter 30 millimeter. So we'll do that. Then we also know that we have a smaller circle here, and the circle is what, 18. The height from the base is what, is 18, and is of diameter what, 6. Good. So let's move. We have 30 and we have what, 18. Good. So let's move. We have 30. So what I just need to do is go to my line, pick this one. I will already automatically notice the midpoints, create a vertical line. Good. Now I would come here, since I'm looking for what, for 30. So that means to this part it will be 15, to this part it will be what, 15. So I believe this one self, or this one, I need to trim this one off. Let me just trim it off for now. So like I was saying, to this side it will be 15, to this side it will be 15, since the diameter is 30. So I can offset this line by 15. Let me offset it by 15. Good. Offset this line by 15. I'll to the left. I also update it by 15 to the right. Good. Now we are having an example what we meant to have here and here. Good. Now the next thing is to get this this circle. This circle in height is what? Is 18, right? Good, and is of diameter what? 6. So how do we get that? We get that by picking our line, going with 18. We just pick 18, type 18, press enter. Now just draw it to the side here a little bit. That's how I usually draw my line. Then make sure you remove this line to avoid double lines. Alright, erase it. Now you see this point is where we're going to draw a circle of diameter 6. Of diameter, sorry, radius 6. Diameter 6, so that means radius will be what? 3. Good. Thank God for that. So we don't need this line again. We use this line to just locate our points, so we can erase it off. Now the issue here is with this one is this. You see this point we are seeing is not actually facing us directly, since we are viewing from this side. All right, we can't see this circle, but we know there's a circle there, so the circle moves from left to right, not from our own front view to this other side. So that means this circle that we drew, all right, will cross. Since this is a front view, remember this is F, front. All right, so it's going to cross. And how is it going to cross? How is it going to cross? We're just going to do this. It's simple. We're just going to pick a line here, or better still, let's do it this way. We'll pick a line, just make it trace this one, pick the line to this other point, then offset it. We'll offset this line straight up. So we're going to offset this line. Now we're offsetting it by 6 because the diameter from here to here is what? Is 6. So 6. Good. Then after that, we don't need this line again. Sorry, the circle. We don't need circle again. Good. Now we have that. Is there any other information we are missing? No. We have all the information we need for now. So the next thing after this is to draw this second. This is our section A. Remember, if this is our section A, this is our section B. So now to draw this section B. Now section B has a length of 40 and has a height of what? 25 millimeter. This is here 25. All right, but a length of what? 40. Now remember, look at this. Section A and section B are of the same height. All right, so what we're going to do is this. Now there's a problem. The problem here is just little. Section A is in front of section B as far as because of where we are looking at this from, right? Now if it's in front of section B, it means the line of section B, the lines we're going to draw of section B, the dimensions, any dimension we're going to draw of section B, shouldn't be as thick as what? Section A. All right, so take notes of that. That's it's very very important. It's a very very important thing to note. So remember we have 40 by 25, right? 40 in length, 25 in height. So we'll come here, 40 in length, so that means from here to here should be around 20, right? So we say 20. Good. See where 20 came up, right? Then in height is what? Is 25. So let's say 25 here. Good. So remember again, 40 now. This time is going to be 40. All right. Good. And then it should be 25. Perfect. Good. Yes. Just complete this. Good. And that's the end. Now remember I said it should be thick, but not as thick as what? This one, as section A, but it should be thicker than the inner the inside job of section A. Now how do we do that? We come here to line width and we can just use 0.3 or maybe 0.35. That's if it's not look alike. Let's use 0.3. Good. Now if we use 0.3 for this, please permit me, let me increase this thickness, the thickness of this a bit from 0.7. Let's use another thickness, please. Good. Good. So line weight. Oh, I've accidentally highlighted that. 1, 2, line weight, and here we go. So yes, it should give me. So let's say we use 0.9. Let's use 0.9, please. Good. So we have that. So we've drawn the first section of what? Of section B. We've drawn the outer section. Now let's go for the inner section of section B. For the inner section of section B, we notice that we have another what? Inner circle. But the inner circle is quite different. It's different in this scenario. It's different. This one is 30 from top to bottom. This one is 25 from the top, and at the bottom is what? Is 22. Basically what we have here is this. I made a quick sketch, isometric sketch of it. All right, we have this. All right, so this is the drawing we are going. This is our section A. This is our section what? This is our section B. Good. So let's continue with what we have now. Remember we said 25 on top and what? um 22 at the bottom, right? A diameter of 25 on top and 22 at the bottom. But there is a problem. You see these lines of section A, they shouldn't be intruding in section B, so we are going to trim them off, because as far as we're concerned, they're only supposed to represent what? Section A. Sorry, they're only supposed to represent section A. So how do we do that? All we just need to do is simple. We need to trim this off, trim this off, trim this off, trim this off, and off, and off, 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 off. Good. So what we just did was to show that the sections of the other parts of section A are these ones we have outside here. Now outside here, all right, is for section. Whatever we're not going to draw inside here is for section what? For section B. Now let's get on with the diameter, please. Now the one on top is 25, so half of 25 would be 12.5. So 12.5 to the left, 12.5 to this part. So just draw something out like this, any angle. All right. Now at the bottom is what? The bottom is 22, so half of 22 will be 11. So we have that, and just open up the sketch to here. Good. So we'll draw a line from this point to this point, basically to that point. Good. And we don't need these lines again. We'll just remove these lines, erase them off. Good. Now we can as well, sorry, please always remember, let's remove these ones and these ones. Yeah, we don't need them to avoid double lines. Now remember, we can as well do the same thing to this other side, but there is a faster way. Click this, mirror it. Now how do we mirror? Specify these points, then drag it down here. Remember, mirror, specify your first point as this point, then drag it down here. You automatically have what? Two of this. Then you can move on with whatever you want to do. Let's do it again, please. Mirror, specify first point, click on this point, and just drag it anywhere along this straight line. You have an eraser subject? No, because we still want to keep it. So we have that. That's what we have on the top, right? Yes, top and the bottom. Is there any other parts here that we are missing? Yes, we are missing a part. This part, this other part, this side here. This is what we are missing. Now what are we missing here? From this top to this side here is what? Is 3. All right, 3 millimeters. All right, from the top there to that side is 3, but it has a width of what? 5. All right, it expands by what? By 5. So let's go and do that. So that means from here, what we'll just do is from here to this point, we know we are going for by what? By 3, but 5, the width is 5. So that means from this point to this point, instead of us 5, it will be half of 5, and half of 5 is what? 2.5. So we'll have this here to be 2.5. all right, good. Then click this and expand by what? Expand by 2.5, also 2.5. Good. So we have that. All right, now this side is what goes from this one is what goes from this to this. Now also note one more thing. The one more thing we have to note is, yes, it expands by 2.5, but it's also wide as what? 5. It's also 5 millimeters wide. So we also have to drag it down by what? By 5. By 5. 5. Yes, 5 to this side, and then 5 up. Basically that is all. All right, now we can as well take in this one too. All right, can as well tick in this because we're meant to show that it's not part of section B. So remember the thickness we used for this was 0.3, so we leave it at 0.3 for this one too. Good. Now, is that all? Is that all? No. The next part we are going to deal with is this part, all right? The ball ended tapper pin. Now, for the ball end tapper pin, we are not going to see this what's inside here. What's inside here is what is here, all right? 25 at the top, 22 at the bottom. That's what is here. Now, from here to this point is 18, and we're going to draw a circle, all right, of what radius 10. So let's do that quickly. We're going to extend this upwards by 18 by 18. Good. Then we're going to draw a circle of radius what? Of radius 10. Good. Radius 10. Good. Now after this we're supposed to draw these arcs. Alright? These arcs which will be what? 6 in radius. Now there was a way I did mine. Alright? You can as well adapt or take this method. Now what I did was this. I picked a line. Alright? This one. This section. Extend it out. Remember in this part we care less about the length. Alright? Now press tab, your tab key on your keyboard. Now at this point of the degrees use 135. I used 135. Now 135, then you will come here to your arc, alright, and pick start end radius. Pick this. So your starting points, you pick these points, your end, you pick these points. Alright. Now this is the trick about this. If you pick the top one first and pick the bottom, you discover that your arc is facing or is forming in the opposite direction or in the place where you don't want it to. Don't worry. What you just need to do is come and select that same option you did, then start from the bottom to the top. In this way, you discover that your arc is what is now facing inward. Now remember, the radius we needed was 6. All right, but I also encountered a problem here that might not make it 6. All right, so what we just need to do is, if it doesn't give you 6, for example, just press 6 now, enter. It's to not form. So what you just do is simple, take it somewhere close to 6, use that, then come here, all right, and drag this till you have something very close. It might not be 6, but make sure it's very, very close to what? To 6. So you have something like this. Let me see. 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. Let's just use this. And come in place. Can use something very, very close to 6. 1.2. This is 1 point something. Okay, let's just use this. Let's use this. So now for this one, we have it forming here. Let's just trim this off, this other parts. Good. Then for this other part, so we can trim this bottom side off. Good. Now in order to avoid going through the same stress, all right, we don't need this anymore. In order to avoid going through the same stress, all right, of doing the same thing over and over again, you want you know, you might not actually get it to the precise digits, to the precise decimal point. I like this. Then come and use mirror. All right, mirror function is one of the most friendliest. All right. Now we pick this center point as our first point. Then we drag it down. All right, to any length. You have it forming there. Don't erase the source object. No. So we have this. Now we're taking this line, taking this, we're taking this. Now what's the line width we use? Remember we used 0.9, I think. Yeah, 0.9. So we have that. Then the next thing we're going to do is oops next thing we're going to do is to trim. We're trimming these points and these points. All right, then we check. It's all good. Now we've done that. We're done with that part. All right. Remember, we're still treating the front view. That's part you will see when looking at the front. Now the other part you're going to also notice when looking at the front is this other section. All right, this bottom section. This one is already covered inside. This top is what we just constructed. Now this bottom section, it has a width of what, 18. All right, this M18 signifies the diameter. All right, the diameter of the of the nut itself, of the shaft of the screw, and that's what, 18 millimeter. Diameter is 18 and the height is what, 28. So we need to construct that. Now the diameter is 18, so that means we can extend this line. Let's now do that. Let's do the honors of extending this line. Let's extend this line. Now what are we extending it by? We're extending it by 28. Good, we've extended it by 28. Now the next thing is to draw. Remember the width is 18, so that means this side is going to be 9, half of 18. Then we'll pick this one to and extend it. Oh, sorry. We'll pick this side to and extend it by 9 also. Good. So we have that. Then we draw this one up. Move it up. Move it up. And we move it up. Okay. Okay. Good. So we have that. So I believe we have completed the structure. All right. The form. Now, sorry, before we leave the front view, remember all these lines that we have here. How do we get them? Now, from one of my videos on how to make screws, I mentioned that to get this point, right, that distance, all you're going to do is you multiply the m by 0.1. That's a constant value. The m by 0.1, and the m here is 18. All right, check here. The m is what, 18. 18 times 0.1 should give you 1.8. So the distance or the width between this point here, this line, and this line is what, 1.8. So let's deal with that. Well, 1.8. So what we can do is simple. We highlight this line, we come here, we offset. Now we're offsetting by what, 1.8. Good. Now some of these things are not that necessary, but we can do it that way. Now 1.8, now 1.8 to this point too. Good, we are getting it. So remember, we are trimming, we are drawing a line this way, we're getting a line this way, and we're trimming some of these points. All right, now the distance here, we're going to use 1. All right, we're going to use 1 for that distance. This wasn't specified, so we use 1 for that distance. So we're going to draw a line here. Now, as usual, let's use our friendly function, user friendly function, mirror. Permit me, please. You will see a lot of mirroring in this as we move in this question per se. It just makes my work faster, so I love using it that way. Now remember, we said we're going to measure a distance of what, 1 here. So the best thing we can do also is to offset this. We offset this one. Now remember, the full length is what, is 28. 28 minus 1, that will be 27. So we'll offset this by 27. Offset distance, let's say 27. Good. Good. So that's the offset distance there. So we extend this line. Good. and we also extend this line. So invariably you have the full length of the line to be what, to be 18. So let's highlight this, highlight this, highlight this, highlight this one too, this one too, this one too, just an idea of this and this. And what we're going to do is we're going to increase the line weights, and let's just, because we want is a figure we are actually going to see, we'll leave it at 0.9 as the other ones, because it's one of the things where we know we are going to see. All right, now I believe we are done with the front view. Now that's the front view. Now the next thing is to go to the side view. Now for the side view, we are just so lucky that we have what, this, we already have the side view given to us. All right, what we just need to do is what, copy and paste, but it's not going to be that easy. How do we do that? Simple, we transfer some of these lines. Now this is where we use our idea from, or our knowledge from, whatever previous knowledge we've had from each of these sections, from orthographic projection. All right, we have, oh sorry, before I do that, let's move this first, transfer this to this point. Okay, we're dealing with side view, we transfer this one too. Now you might decide to do yours anyway. All right, this is just how I try to do mine in order to be careful about it. So now viewing using the side view, this is the first one we are going to see. All right, we're going to project this one first, then this one. Now remember, the height is what, 37, the width is what, 50. So that's what we'll do. 50 is the width. Good. Then the height is what, 37. 37. Oh boy. 37. 37. 37. Yes. Then we should have 50 back. Good. Now after this, we know we are drawing, most of the drawings we are doing now is going to be for the outer part. So let's stick in our lines. Let's make it 0.9 so we don't stress ourselves while doing each of these, so we don't come back and start doing making the line stick all over and all over and all over again. So we have this. Now the next thing is to the next one is to do this. Remember, 3 millimeter downwards, then 5. All right, in extension. Good. So we have 3 millimeter downwards, 3. Good. Now this is now going to be where we also need to use our calculations. We're going to calculate something. Now what are we going to calculate? What we're going to calculate is this. Now from here, they've given us that from here, from this point to this point is 100, right? And we know that from here to this point is 50. So that means from here to this point is 25. Now we know that also from here to this point is 40. That's what we have here. From here to this point 40, from here to this point is 50. All right, so that means from here to this point is what, is 20. Now 25 here plus the 20 here, that's 45. 45 minus the total 100, so that means distance from this point to this point is 100 minus 45, and that's what, 55. All right, that's what we're going to do. That's just this little calculations we're going to go through. So we have 0.9. Good. 3 downwards first. Good. Then 3 downwards, vertically downwards. Good. Then 55. Good. Now remember, double lines, avoid them. Good. Now we pick this one is the next one, then we just offset it. All right, we offset it by 5. Remember, the width of that pipe, or that spacing, was what, was 5, so we use 5. Good. So we have that already. Now the next thing to do is to draw the smaller our section B. All right, our section B, which is 40 in length, and in height is what, is 25. Good. So we have 40 in length, So from here upwards, we know we're measuring 3 first. All right, don't always forget that. Then 40, 40, that's what we have for this. And then we have 25 vertically downwards. 25, 40 again, 40. You can as well be offsetting, but I just prefer using this. Now, we have our section B ready, the outer section of section B, ready to an extent. We have the section A also ready, the outer section, and I believe we are cool to move to the next stage. Next stage is, let's trim this one, or we can just leave it. Now, this is the next part. Now, I see this for this next part. We are actually going to redraw everything we have, all right, inside this part. We're going to redraw everything we have inside this part. Now, what is the redrawing about? First things first, we come here, change our lines back. We locate the midpoint of this one, all right. After we locate that midpoint, we're going to transfer these lines for this circle, all right. Remember, we had a circle that was not facing us initially. Now we are looking at it from the side, so this circle is actually going to face us. Now we're going to have this, so we're transferring all these lines, all right. Basically, all those measurements I did at first, I could have just transferred the lines. So we're going to draw a circle. The circle is of diameter what? Diameter 6, but you can just draw it to this line, all right. Drag it to this line, which is what, coming. Good. So diameter 6, that's radius 3. Good. Let's see. Must have been a problem somewhere. Must have been a problem somewhere. Excuse me. Where is your midpoint? Okay. Midpoint is here. Good. 20. 2.5. This one was 2.5 and 3.5. Oh. So we need to correct this. Probably I made a mistake while typing. Sorry. That was an oversight. So let's erase these ones off. Good. Now this is the essence of transferring the drawings. Yes, so we should have what we have here and here also. Good. Yeah, so we should have that. Then let's trim this one off, please. We actually don't need them inside here. Yes, and yes. Good. So I believe if I should decide to draw a line from here to this point, yes, 3. Good. And from that point down is what, 18.5. Oh, I believe I was the one in error. Sorry. Let me just take it back. So I believe I was the one in error, and our circle should be this. It should be inside here. So basically we should have this circle should be 18 from the ground up. So let's just draw it, since we can't actually fit in lines. 18, or better still, let's see, diameter 2 points. Means my 2-point circle. Good. Simple as ABC. Sorry for that delay. So after that, we know the next one. we've drawn our circle. The next part to draw under this one here would be the 30-degree diameter again, the inner 30-degree diameter. And to get that, quite simple, we're going to come here, or we just offset this line. Let's offset this line. Let's offset this line. We'll offset this line to, no, it's 30, so half of 30 is 15. We'll set this one to 15 by 15. We'll set this one also by 15. Good. We've gotten that for the big for the section A, our section A. These are section A. So we're done with our section A. We'll now move to our section B. Now for our section B, we have let's locate the midpoint also. Good. So we have the midpoint of section B, and remember we have 25 and 25 up, 25 diameter up, and 22 diameter below. So to get that one also, simple, we can as well just do this. Let's do this instead. Let's offset. All right, we'll trim later or we'll erase later, but we'll offset. Now 25, half of 25 is 12.5. Offset by 12.5 first. Good. Then offset here to by 12.5. Good. The next one again would offset this. Half of 22 is 11, so we'll offset this by 11. Yes, and we'll offset this one by 11 too. Good. So what we'll just do in this case here is simple. We'll draw a line from here. We'll draw a line from this point to this point. Then we erase this, both lines, both this and this. Good. We erase these lines. We'll draw a line from both points, this point, or we should have just mirrored that instead of disturbing ourselves, but it's still okay. We'll have this. So we have this part, right? Yeah, we have this part already, this line and this line. Now the next thing to draw for our section B is this tapered, the ball pin tapered, the ball ended tapered pin. Now we already have this part inside. We need to draw this spherical part. Now how do we draw this spherical part? Remember, we need a height of what, 18. So you can just drag this, use this method, and press enter. Good. For the second one, where the radius, to get the exact radius. Good. All right. Now we'll come here. Sorry, we'll use a circle radius, and we'll do this. Now the radius should be 10. Obviously, should be 10. Wow. Should be 10. Let's make it 10 then. Okay, let's make it 10 then, since we are going to be having issues with that. Just say 10. Good. See, it even fits. Wow. Okay, good. Then we can as well just transfer our arcs also. Okay, where is this meeting point? So I'll transfer it to this point. Alright, then what I will do is simple. I'll try to locate the midpoint of this. I'll try to locate the midpoint of this one. Good. Now, this is the reason why I said locate the midpoint. I also want to mirror. All right, so I would just mirror this. Select first point. I'll select this first point and do this. So you see that it actually makes my work very, very, very much easier. Good. So I'll do the same thing for this part. I'll mirror this also. I'll mirror this one. Select first point, and I'll do this. As long as it's still on the line, it will no. So I'll pick this and change it to 0 0.9. 0 0.9, yes. Then I come and trim. So it looks the same. Good. So we have the same thing there. Now at the bottom, remember we're supposed to have this, right? So you can just extend this. Good. And I will say here. Let me just extend it here. Good. Then extend it by 18, because remember we're using what's 18. 18. Good. So put down here. Good. So what I need is a line down here. I need a line down here. Good. So all we should have initially is 28. So let's see. Okay. So we should have initially is 28, and we are not. So let's see. We'll extend this line by 28. Good. So I believe that's what we should have for this one. Sorry, please. I need to check this out. 27. This is actually 28. Oh, okay. I believe then the one I picked up my 28 from here and not from here. So let's do this then. Sorry about that. We'll just make quick adjustments to this. Let's make quick adjustments to this, and the adjustments will be this way. So I'm going to pick my 28 from here instead. That's what I'm going to. I'm going to return it to this point. Then my 28 will start from here. Good. 28. Good. So that was the mistake. So the radius is 18. 18. Let me just 18. That will be 9. And I'll extend this one to by 9. So I believe all we need to do is just to join this two lines together, and we'll have what we need to have. Good. So we offset this one by 1.8. We used 1.8 earlier. Good. 1.8. Good. And then the base 1, so 1.8. So we're almost done. And we can take this here while we mirror it. Good. So no, then we trim this. Oh boy, we trim this one, this, we trim this, we trim this. Good. So I believe we have what we need. 0.9. Good. Good. Sorry about that. It was oversight from my part. Now we already have this, so we now need to transfer this. We'll transfer this drawing to this point. Transfer it to this point, so we should have our 28 here. Good. So here to here should be 9. Hmm. 11. Yes. 11. Yes. So the M is 18. So diameter is 18. So here to here is 9. 9. And here to here so should be 9. Good. So that's just it. 9 also. Good. Alright. So good. We're closing this one off. Good. So we can just link these two lines together. Now from this point we'll have our line here. Then we offset this one 2 by 9 or by 18 thereabouts. Let's offset this one by 18. Good. So we do the same thing, then we offset by 1.8. We also set this one by 1.8. Good. And the bottom one too by 1.8. Good. So let's do well to complete this drawing or make it a bit fast. So I believe the next thing for us to do is to make this 0.9. Good. So I believe we don't have any issues with this anymore. We have both our spheres. In short, we have everything in order for this, right? Good. Now going further with this coming. Good. We now it remains this part. All right. 3 millimeters here, 3 millimeters up also. So we'll come here, 3 millimeters upwards, both left and right. So we can just simply use this opportunity to change this to 0.9 permanently. Come here, 3 millimeters upwards. Sorry, 3 millimeters upwards, and we'll come here too and assign 3 millimeters upwards. So we can drag this one or attach this simply by doing that. Then please, like I always say, don't forget, oh sorry, that wasn't the 3 millimeters we intended. So this point to this point, yes, that was 3 millimeters. So from here we can erase, don't always forget to erase the this lines, so to avoid double lines. Good. So we have this, I believe we've constructed for the side view also, right? This is side view. Good. Now the third one, because we're still on this, remember the question is still talking about using drawing the first angle projection. So we've done our side, we've done our front view. Now it remains the plan. Now to get the plan easily, all right, my best advice would be to transfer angles. All right, we're going to transfer angle. Now how do we transfer angles? We're going to make a line here, a line of 45 degrees, right, of your length. Sorry, let's change this back, of your preferred length, but please make sure it's very long so it can accommodate the transfer. Now what do we mean by transfer? Make it long. All right, I can decide to make mine like let's say 240. Let me make it 240, and this must be as what, 45 degrees. Good. So we'll leave it that. Now what exactly are we going to transfer? You know, the next one we're to do, or we're to look at, is the plan view. Now this is the next one we're going to treat. Now how do we get this plan view? Quite simple. We transfer these ones by transferring this angle, draw a straight line, let it meet up with this, then continue up to this point. Sorry, let's be alright. Good. So I believe I should extend these ones too. Let's extend these ones by 10 each. Okay, so we've extended this line. Sorry, let me trim this one off. Good. So we know that from this point, let's pick a length also. Let's pick from this point down to this point to this point. All right, that's going to be our the length, right? So picking it this way, picking this one this way. Good. This 90 degrees. So I just put it there and extend it 50. Now you can see that the dimension just clicks in instead of me measuring, pushing buttons, pressing this, pressing that. I just get my angle. Now for the top view too, all right, we're going to have our section A around here and our section B down here. Now how do we transfer the lines for section A? Simply we come here and transfer it down here. That's our section A. Or we can do it this way, transfer it one after the other. So when we want to thicken it, we're going to thicken each section separately. Now that's one. So remember we have a 30 millimeter diameter, a diameter of 30 millimeter inside it. should have this simple. We can just even pick it up from here. Let's just pick it up from here. Good. We have 30 here. Hold on, please. Let me just offset this one. Since I'll offset this one to 25. I'll offset this to 25. The reason why I'm offsetting it to 25 is this. Once I offset it to 25 here, and I'm able to draw a line down here, I'll be able to get the good. I'll be able to get the radius, the exact radius of the two circles I need. Now, one of them is 30, and the other one is what is 20. One of them has diameter 30, and the other one has diameter of what 50. So this is the first one. For the second one, I can just extend this line down. I can just extend this line down here, and then come here and draw it. Now you can see I get a perfect work of whatever I'm trying to achieve. Good. Now that's the fun about this whole part. Now for the top view, this is what we're going to see for this part. Continuing, we'll have down here. This is what we're going to have down here. You don't actually need to do any one, then here also. So this is just a step-by-step good. So we have this here. We can just extend this line here. Sorry about my mouse, it's acting up. Now for the smaller circle, remember it's 25 on top, right? So you can just come here and draw that 25. It's 25. This is what I mean by the 25. Sorry, it's 40, right? The big circle is 40, but the small circle, the inner circle on top is what? It's 25. So we'll have 20. We're going to have 20, not 25. We're going to have 20. Good. Then 25 divided by 2, that's 12.5. We're going to have 12.5 here. 12.5. 2. Now remember, we have a sphere on top. This one, all right? This one, and the radius of this one is what? Is 10. So basically, we're still going to have one more circle, and its radius is going to be what? It's going to be 10. Good. 10. Good. Now I want us to take a quick look at this. Remember, there is a belt around it, right? And there is this system right in the middle of it here, right in the middle here. So we can just do that also. We can run the belts. And we can run this system. Now remember one thing about this system, it is 5, right? 5 in width, so we have 2.5 to the left, 2.5 to the right, 2.5 to the side. Good. Then we have it straight down. Oops. I believe I made an error. Silly me. Sorry. Now what we need here is simple. We need to extend the lines from here down here to this part. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. So we have this. Good. Sorry about that. So the first one, sorry, quickly, let's run through the circles again. 20. Yes. The next one is 12.5. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. 12.5. And the last one is what? Is 10. Good. So we have 10. So remember what we wanted to add. Wanted to add the belts. We add the sensor lever, the else to center level. So that one will be 5 to the left, 5 to the right. So that's 2.5 to the left. Then we drag it down. It should give us 55. Yes, 55. So we can offset this one by 5. We can offset this by 5. Let's offset it by 5. Good. So in order to make this work more look more different from the construction lines, we highlight these ones. Right? Yes. 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 Good. So we highlight those ones and make them 0.9 because this time we're viewing them from the top as the plan view. So we have this already from the top. Basically what we have here. Alright. Now remember there is a circle that goes through this one, right? So now let's drop that for the circle that goes through this one. Now how do we get that circle? We can transfer it from here also. We can transfer it from here. Transfer it from here to this point. Let's drop it here. Good. To this point. Then we'll transfer the second one also from here. Good. So we have that circle there. That's circular line that goes through it. Then we can remove this one so it doesn't affect our drawings. So we have this already, right? Good. And we've basically done completed the first thing they asked us to do, to draw our first angled word projection. Now you see for the second one, all right, the first question they actually asked us to run through. They said it's written here that a section we should draw in first angle projection the following views of the full assembly. A sectional end view on the cutting plane AA, that's this one, without sectioning the ball tamper, without touching each of this one, right? Good. Now how do we do that? It simply means we should try, or we should work on cutting this drawing, all right, into two and showing the section of it, all right. When we cut it into two, all right, what parts will show us the full section, the inside part of it? What do I mean by that? Let me just show you. Now I already made a drawing of this. Yes. Now you know this is what we have, and bring them closer to each other so you can see. Now you have this and you have this. Now the circular part was not included. That tiny circle around this one was not included. This one, all right. But this is what they want. This is an idea of what they want us to draw. This one. This is an idea of what they want us to draw. Let me make this easy. Good. This is an idea of what they want us to draw, right? So in order to do this, all right, we need to get this, and which side can give us which of those parts, which of those angles can give us this full view is actually the side, right? The side view. The side view is the only one that can give us this after we cut from point A here, from point A here to point A here. That's the point AA. That's what we just asked to do. Now let's roll quickly because of time. Now which side are we talking about? We're talking about this side. So we want this side to look like this side, right? Good. So now let's do this. Now it means in cutting it we're going to have what we'll call this side. Now this side will become visible, so that means this internal line, this circle which was replaced with, which was formerly a thin line, will now become a solid line, right? Now that means this one here and this one here will become solid lines. Now we'll change these ones now to we'll increase their length width to 0.9. Good. And after we have done that, we can now shade this part and this part to show that these parts were what inside. Now how do we shade? It's quite very simple. Please, we come here, pick this, we can do it this way. Let's just say we do it this way. Oops, sorry. Let's say we do it this way. Let's say I use just pick a line of any angle. Actually, trim this off. Good. Then come here and select this. Now we are going to array. All right. Use the rectangular array. When you ask this, it will ask you how many columns. Right? The column should just be 1. Good. Now, if the columns are 1, remember, see what we have, right? Now we should have the rows, the number of rows. You can make it, let's say we want to make this one 10. Alright, good. So you can drag this one down, please. Good. And drag it down. Now the spacing between the rows, let's say we want to make it 2. Fine. Not almost. Let's say 2.5. 2.5. Still almost there. Let's say 3. Good. So invariably, what you just done is simple. You've just shaded this part, right? And you can also increase the number of rows to, let's say, 15. You have this, but basically I don't think we need that. Good. So remember what we did here, we can do it outside here instead. Okay, so we would trim this one off, then quickly array this, set this to array, number of rows 1, column 1, number of rows we create 10. Right, good. Now you can even see it. Then the spacing between them, we used 3 earlier. Good. Okay, let's say 3.2, and we are good. All right, we are good with this. Yeah. Now we can just good. Let's try this. We decide to mirror this anyway. Good. So we have, oops, sorry, my bad. And this one, we want to mirror them. Still express points. I'll leave them here. No. So this is that part I'm talking about. We've just shaded these parts, this section, and this section, right? Good. Now we're showing that this thing is actually cut into what? Into half. The next section we have to shade is this side, right? We have to shade this inner part. Now let's carry on with that quickly. How do we shade this one? We can shade this one by doing this. Let's drag it out a bit. Good. Then you trim it. Good. Now instead of using array for this one, you can even offset this one instead. You can just offset this one. You can offset this. Offset this. And the distance, let's say we use the same 3.5. Oh, I guess it's array. We're going to use array for this also. Now for this array, column is just going to be 1. sorry, let's make it 0. Zero, no columns. Okay, one column. The rows is going to be 1 2. Good. Then the spacing between the rows and the number of items we want. All right, we want columns to be 10. Let's make columns 10. Okay, let's increase it 15, or let's say 20. Let's increase it to 20. I think you can adapt more, can contain more. 21 then. Set it 21 then. Good. Now we have this arrangement already, so good. Already have this section. Now remember what they said, or remember the instructions. The instruction was that we should make sure, all right, the sectional view, without sectioning the ball pin, sectioning the ball ended tapered pin, meaning if you look at what I did here, I did the cutting, but the cutting never affected what, this one. All right, never affected it. So do we um how do we make sure that happens? It's simple. We simply come here and we shade this part. We're going to shade this part and shade this part also. So basically you're going to have something like this. Let's do this. Okay, good. And we'll have it to be this way. We'll trim this off, then we'll set the array. Now setting the array is, hold on, let me leave it that way because of this one is not straight. So we'll highlight this and set the array. Now the array is to 1 column, yes, and the number of rows should be, number of rows is set to 3, right? Let's bring it down a bit. Okay, good. Then the spacing between the rows should be, let's say, 3.5. Yes. Then the number of columns, let's say 7. Oh, sorry, this one should be 1. Then this one should be 7. So we can now trim. Oopsies. I believe trimming after doing this is always a problem. So let's set the array now. The array column, set it to 1. Number of row 7, and this should be 3.5. Good. Now we're dragging this down. We're taking this down. So I believe we have this. I believe we have this, and we can just do the same thing here. let's do the same thing here. Good. And simply just do the same thing there. So after doing this, I believe setting the array and every other thing shouldn't be a problem. We're just going to tick in this line, then from there, columns 1, rows we're using 7, and this one should be 3.5, 3.5. Good. So after doing all of this, it is good. So we have this. So I believe we have this. So we've shaded this part. So that means this line and this line are going to be bold, right? Good. We have that. Good. So this is the sectional view they're talking about. We didn't dissect this. We didn't dissect anything in the middle, but we made sure that we showed very well that the sectional cutting was done. Now we're not done yet. It just remains a simple part, adding what we call the bolt. Now how do we add the bolt? Quickly, all you need in adding the bolt is this. We need the m value. All right. Now this is one tutorial I made on how to construct bolt. Now we first construct our circle. Our circle of the diameter, our circle will have the same diameter as the m. Now where you place the circle or the position you use is actually left to you. It's not something that is definite. All right. So sorry, I would want to use here. So let's see. Our m is 18, so that means our radius should be what? Should be 9, right? Good. So let's say 9. Our radius is 9. Good. So this is the m we have. Now after getting this, the next thing is to draw an hexagon around it. We come here. Now number of sides. We pick this polygon. Pick a polygon. Number of sides. Number of sides is 6. Is hexagon. Specify the center. We come here. Pick the center. Now are we inscribing or circumscribing? We are circumscribing around. So this is what we have. Right? Now this is what we are going to use to construct the boat itself. So let's start. Now mind you, we said we kept a distance of 1, right? We kept a distance of 1 meter between these two. So we're coming here. Sorry, permit me to do this. Let me offset this. 28 minus, that's 27. 27. Good. Sorry. I'm offsetting this by 27. So good. So this is where my bolt is going to start from, because this space is for the washer, right? Good. So we're having this to this point. We're having this to this point. So that's where we're starting from. Now if we are to continue this, we're going to extend some lines to these points. Now when building a boat, we might want to know the thickness of these bolts here. Now to get the thickness, we multiply the m value times 0.7. Now the m value we have is 0.1 is 18. 18 times 0.7 will give us 12.6. So the distance from this point to this point of this our boat here is what? 12.6. So what we just need to do is offset this to what? To 12.6. 12.6. Good. and we have this. So this is the distance, right? Now the next thing to do is to extend these lines to that 12.6. So we'll extend these lines here. Let's do that quickly. So now what do we do from this point? From this point it's quite simple. What we do is this: we extend this one, and I'll extend this one also. So now what I do from this point is this: I draw a line 60 degrees to the center from each of these extreme ends. From this one to this point, I draw a line 60 degrees from that. Now the length I'm not bothered, so I just need it to be what, 60 degrees. Good. I draw a line, or I mirror it, whichever way. Draw a line again. I don't not less concerned about the length, so I need 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Sorry. 60 degrees. So since it's 180 here, it will be 120 degrees. Good. Now I'm more concerned with this point of what intersects, right? Now from this point of intersect, I'm going to draw a circle of this radius. That's the first one. All right. Now secondly, I'm going to draw two lines from this point to this point. All right. You can mirror it from this point to this point. Good. Now I'm now going to draw a circle of radius from this point to this point, to the edge, 90 degrees. Good. I'm going to do the same thing here. Good. So next thing to do now is to trim. I'm going to trim, do a lot of trimming, trim off, trim off, trim off, off, off. I don't need all these sides. I don't need all these sides. No, I need these sides, but I don't need these ones. No, sorry, I need those. I need that one. I need that one. I don't need this one. I don't need this one, and this one, and this one. So I don't need this one also. I don't need this one, this one, this one, this one. Off, 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 off. Sorry about that. Leave a cleaned one which I was not meant to touch. Alright. So I need this side, this side, this side, this side. And this side. Also this, and this. So basically, after this, we're just going to pick this one up with this and with this. Now we're going to thicken these lines too. Remember, we're using 0.9. We're going to make this 0.9. Good. Now our work is not done. After this, we're going to mirror it. All right. Now remember, half of the full length from this top to bottom is 12.6. So half of 12.6 will be 6.3. So we're going to need that half. I would let you know why in a moment. So we need 6.3. Yes, just make a line here. Remember to always remove this line. Good. Now the reason why we need this is this. We're going to highlight this line, and this arc, this arc. Now we're going to mirror it. Now how do we mirror? The first point will be the center point, and we just, this is just what we're going to do. That is all. Then yes, for this one, yes, because we don't need it on top. And we're going to then erase this line because we don't need it. And we're going to connect this line with this line. Sorry, hold on please. I want to trim. We're going to trim some lines off. We're trimming this, we're trimming this. So basically what we're now going to do is to extend these lines from a point here to a point here, and also from a point here to a point here. And we're going to make sure we tick in these lines, this line and this one. We're ticking them by 0.9. 0.9. Good. So I believe this is the whole question one. All right, the A part. This is what the A part is asking from us. And with this, I don't think we're supposed to have any problem, any issues with it. For the section B part, all right, we're told that a plan view in direction of arrow B in all hidden details, and including all hidden details. And I've looked through, I can't find any section B, I can't find any arrow B. So I guess probably it's a typo, or the question is not complete. So please do well to like, share, and subscribe on my page. Please, for more videos like this, I would do my best to make it short and explain as deep as I can. All right, and please, in the comment section, drop any parts you feel you have issues with, you don't understand, or any topic per se you want me to take based on engineering drawing. So see you guys next time. Thank you.